Hello, kids. We're back. Okay, we're back. I don't know how I'm going to do this. The more I sit here, I'm just overthinking it now. Now I'm just overthinking everything. So we're just gonna go with it. We're going with it. All right, everybody. Somebody hop in the comments. Let me know here. Hello, hello. Oh, there's me. Okay, let's see. Let's see if my comments are working. I'll give everybody a chance to hop on. Everybody, please smash the like. We're back. Happy Friday the 13th, everybody. It's time for history with Melty. Morbid History with Melty, part 1. Okay, you guys ready? Anyone here? Hi, Kathy. All right, I'll give you guys a chance. Let me give you a chance to hop on. I got an edible, so I'm going to try to chill. All right, so a little background real quick. So it's Friday the 13th. So really, there is actually one. Hi, Gareth. There's actually really one Friday the 13th. And it falls in October. So really, if there's an October Friday the 13th, that's the real Friday the 13th. I always get really excited. Oh, you guys are all fine. You guys are all fine. Everybody's welcome. This will be interesting. I'm going to try to slow down so we can all talk. Okay. So I need to get you guys. Okay. So here is, we were talking about this earlier. Okay. So happy the 13th, Friday the 13th. So the real date of the real Friday the 13th fell on October 13th. And I forgot the date. 1317. I gotta look at I gotta look. I don't even have any notes. Look at my screenshot. I don't have any notes. 13 14. Okay, 13 14. 14 13. Yeah, I'm an October birthday too. All right, shake it off. Shake it off. I know you guys are all watching. There's like a lot of people watching, I feel like. All right, I don't. See, this is the thing, is that I don't really want to do this, you guys, on and use Wikipedia, because it's just so lame to just do, a presentation off of Wikipedia. I would feel like flop, and I really don't want to feel like flop. I was trying to figure out the easiest way because it's a lot of information. So I'm going to need you guys to help me out too. Okay, so I guess let's just get started with the Crusades. All right, so does everybody know what the Crusades is? Raise your hand, class, if you know what the Crusades were. Okay, so pretty much the Crusades, let me give you guys, I have a image. It's pretty much a holy war. Okay, so the Crusades started in like 11, yeah. We're got to go back 200 years before this. So we're going back 200 years before that. Okay, religion sucks, yes. Yes, it sucks. All right, so we have to go back in time. Back in time. All right, so this is 1135. So what the Crusades were, it was pretty much the Western Christians, okay, against the Muslims. And the Christians wanted the Holy Land back from the Muslims. Sound familiar? Sound familiar? It's still happening today. This has been fought. This war has been fought throughout time in just many ways. Suleiman. Yeah, we'll get into Suleiman. Yeah, we'll get into him. You really know what you're talking about, Lex. He was a baddie. He was a baddie. Look, I have a visual for him. It's so interesting. There you go, girl. There he is. Religious wars never go away. Yeah, they never go away. So pretty much in a nutshell, what started the Crusades was the Catholic Church, the Christians, they wanted to take back the Holy Land, okay, from the Muslims. Now, what they wanted as well was everything that came with, I have my come hither picture on today. I don't know why this is the one from yesterday. I'm also Queen Baltimore again. I left it. Fuck it. Yeah. Masons going to get a mention. We're getting to the Masons too. The Masons too. All right, let me put this back up. Okay, so they pretty much wanted, and you guys probably can't even see this good. I forgot about restream. I do. I used it last night for Denise, and I didn't change it, and I was like, fuck it, I'll just leave it up. I mean, it's feeling myself. I mean, it's only like what? Probably a 6-year-old picture. I wanted to confuse Bernice. It's still up. I can change it. I was gonna put a nice Templar up. Yeah, we're doing history. Stop staring at my boobs. All right, you guys. So what they wanted was they wanted Jerusalem back. They wanted Jerusalem. They wanted all this shit. All these little things. This is not big enough for me to show you guys. Oh, God, make it bigger. Make it bigger. No, not me. That's not even that cute. That's not even a cute that cute of a picture anyway. It's just chilly. It's cheesy. Guys, I should have did restream. Sorry. And everybody's just coming in anyway. Okay. So what they wanted was control of the Holy Land, and everything that comes with it. Now, you guys got to remember, there's artifacts. There's ancient artifacts all throughout Jerusalem. I don't even know how I'm going to... Okay, so what they were looking for is... what is the spear called? You said it before. It's called something, though. I'm too big for this. I think I should have waited. I'm trying to find you guys good pictures. Okay, hold on. Let me get you guys some good pictures. Like, I'm trying to explain this to you guys in layman's terms. All right, you guys have ever heard of King Solomon's Temple? We'll start there. All right. Have you ever heard of King Solomon's Temple? Your laser focused eye just lost it. I just lost it. All right. Let's give you guys King Solomon's Temple. So they wanted religious artifacts that they thought were magical, right? They wanted the Holy Grail. They wanted the Ark of the Covenant. So the Ark of the Covenant, the Ark of the Covenant, the Holy Grail, all the Indiana Jones shit. Okay, let's do it this way. They wanted all the Indiana Jones shit. Crystal Skull and everything, right? There's going to be a quiz afterwards. All of the Indiana Jones shit they wanted. So what happened was in the First Crusades, because there's a few of them, okay? The Pope, the Catholics, they were like, get your asses over here, over to Jerusalem, and you're going to fucking take Jerusalem, all of the Holy Land, King Solomon's Temple, everything in it from the Muslims, right? So everybody signed up for the Crusades. Let's do this. Everybody signed up for these fucking Crusades throughout time. Like, well, you had to. You had to sign up for the Crusades. Nope, the Ark is not there. Yeah, you had to sign up for that shit. And that was pretty much like the draft. Like, everyone fought in the fucking Crusades, right? Everyone was fighting. So it was the Christians against the Muslims. And the Muslims were like, hi, we were here first. We were here first. And then the Christians were like, nah, you're gonna come in. We're gonna take all your shit. We're taking all the artifacts. And at this time, they thought those artifacts were magic, right? The Ark of the Covenant, the spear, the crown of thorns, that fucking shroud, all the shit, right? So they were like, we need to get this shit. So everybody went over there. They pretty much fought in the fucking Crusades forever. Well, there is this little special group of little fighters that were fighting in the Crusades. And that was called the Knights Templar. Or they were called the Poor Fellowship of Poor Fellow Soldiers of Christ, right? And the Temple of Solomon. I don't want to show you guys this. I want to give you this. I want to give you a picture. The shroud, our Lord and Savior. They wanted it all. Of course, right? So this little group of the Knights Templar formed, and what their job was originally, okay, they were poor, but they were baddies. They were baddies. It was like their own little faction that they started, and you guys can tell me if I'm wrong. So what their job at first was to take pilgrims across to Jerusalem. Okay? The cup of Christ. Or was it? Yeah, with the Crusades, it was never as simple as that. It's very in-depth. Yeah, it's very in-depth. Because the Turks were involved. It was like the Turks were there. It was, yeah. Well, so pretty much, let's just think about this. Okay? The Holy Land. They wanted the fucking Holy Land. They wanted all the shit. So they go in, and they're fighting these fucking Crusades. And this little team they're helping pilgrims get in through Jerusalem. Okay? That's how they started out. Okay, do you follow? This part doesn't make any goddamn sense. I knew I wasn't going to be able to do this right. This is it's so hard. Okay? Okay. So the Knights Templar went in and they made, where's this fucking map? I'm too high for this. Yeah, they were an escort service. Yeah, I'm doing just fine. I'm getting nervous. I don't know why. I'm trying to be normal and I can't be fucking even normal for 5 seconds on here anymore. Oh, it's still happening, right? Yep. So they went in, they evacuated the Temple Mount, and they set up shop. Okay? They set up fucking shop at King Solomon's fucking temple. And while they were there, they dug up all kinds of shit. Okay? So that's wealth. So they started finding what? Bracing ourselves. We need a stalker. We need a stalker to relax. Yeah. So they started finding all the artifacts, all the hidden fucking buried treasures, and all the good crap that was in King Solomon's tomb or temple, excuse me. Mwah. Let me take out that edible. I've been sucking on this too long. I'm going to give you another. Hold on, I got to give you guys another picture because we got to bring this back up. Okay, you guys can't even see this. So this is pretty much where they set up shop. So if you look at the key, here's the Knights Templar, and then here's everybody fighting for the fucking Crusades on the Christian side. So now they started making money. They became pretty powerful. We'll talk about the banking and shit. They actually invented credit cards, banking systems. They were one of the most powerful military operations in the world ever, or the richest at the time, right? Poo-poo's all over the house. So now listen to this. Why were the Knights Templar so powerful? Like everybody was fighting the Crusades. They're fighting the Muslims. They're fighting the Turks. They're fighting for all this land, right? And it was also the Orthodox too. So it was like all the Muslims, the Orthodox, the Turks, they were all fighting for the Muslims, and then it was all the Christians, France, the kings. They were fighting for it too. Well, they won because they were, are you ready? Pretty much a suicide squad. They were suicide squads. Do you know how the Muslims now they say, if we die, whatever, like they'll unalive, and they'll say they'll go to heaven right away. Well, they did that first. They had that shit first. So when you got into the Knights Templar, it was like a secret society, and it was to death. And you had to go through initiations and all the rituals and all that shit. And the thing is that it was till death. If you retreat, if you go to battle and you retreat without dying, they'll kill you anyway. So that's how they used to fight before anybody else did that. If they were to be captured, they were not supposed to be able to get captured. They had to take themselves out before being captured. They were the only ones that were doing that. So they were unstoppable. The Muslims were scared of them. And that's when we bring in this guy. This guy, right, was like, yeah, Robin Hood, Prince of the Moorish. Yeah. Yeah, I was going to bring that up. I was going to be like, you guys remember in Robin Hood, right? So the Muslim general guy, that's how I'm just going to do it, was like, what the fuck are they doing? Why are they so insane? They're insane. You couldn't take them alive. They were just pretty much, they had no fear. And everybody else would retreat. And they would not retreat at all. If they turned around, they were, so they were like, shit, how the hell are we going to get rid of these fuckers? So they couldn't. So this guy, he lost, he retreats. He comes back later. Don't worry. We'll hear about him later. All right. Any questions so far? You're listening quietly. Don't listen quietly. Guys, please participate. You guys knew everything earlier. Where's Kathy going? All right. So, Krista Balge did a good song in the 19th century called The Crusades about all these words. Yeah. Because the Pope wanted everything. The Catholic Church wanted everything. They wanted everything. They wanted to change it the way they wanted to, right? So they needed to get everything. They had to get everything. And they got everything through the Knights Templar. They got everything. Now, the Knights Templar ended up growing and becoming so powerful in wealth. Okay. Now, nobody knows exactly what they found, what they had, but they found everything. They found everything. All secret. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It's in the Vatican. Yes. They wanted everything. Now, one of the most important things they wanted, or they wanted to hide, according to legend, we'll get into this later, is whether or not, you ready for this? Jesus Christ was not the Son of God at all, but was actually just a man, just a prophet. Okay. But that, we'll get into that a little bit later. And that's the Holy Grail. Yep. Yeah, the Knights Templar basically got all the property. Yep. Where Solomon's temple was, and believe so. Yeah. So they could do the bank job. Yeah, so they could do the bank job. Okay. So when they got powerful, they had all this money. They started a little banking system. Now, remember what I said? The Templars' job originally was to bring pilgrims in to settle in Jerusalem after they took over the areas. Okay. They also made the first credit cards. So this is what they would do. When you joined the Knights Templar, okay, they had in each area, they had a base. you would say, like a base setup. You're not gonna be able to see it from this graphic, but they would have these bases set up. So what would happen is when you were joined, this is what you do. You join the Knights Templar, you give them in each area of your wherever you are, kind of like a recruiting office, like a military recruiting office, but in this way, you give them control of all your money, all of your finances, all your valuables, and your family. And they take care of you. They would take care of you. So that's what they would do. Now, when they did that, they would give you a card. And they could go to any other place. If you look on this map, there's these little things right here. You guys can't see it, right? Yeah. You would have been a knight? Yeah. Well, we can talk about Joan of Arc. She was there too. They were all there. Okay. So when you went out to fight to the crusades, you would, if you would join the Knights Templar, that's what you would do. So they gave you a card, and it's like literally the first credit card. Yeah, they started to loan money. We'll get there in a second. It was the first credit card. So I'm assuming. No, let's not go there. I'm not get down the rabbit hole. And they could go to any place around this region, and they could use their credit cards. So it's pretty. And then when you got home, when you got back from the Crusades, if you survived, right? So if you survived, then you would pay out your loan. Now, they got so rich and so freaking powerful by doing this, okay? Now you got to remember, not everyone came home from the Crusades. They don't come home. Now, this is the first one. Or no, this is like, I don't know what crusade I'm in here now. So they took Jerusalem, they took the Solomon's Temple, they took this whole area. So they took Jerusalem, they took what's over here, Cyprus, they took control of Gaza Strip, they took control of what is that river? The river, somebody tell me the river, Galilee, the river of Galilee. They were not dumb, perf. Most of the knights were dumb enough to believe in cause rather than scamming to get rich. I don't know. Yeah. Now, they became so freaking rich that kings were borrowing money from them. They started loan sharking. They literally invented loan sharking. I tell you what, it's loan sharking. So that's what they did. And they made tons of money, and they were unstoppable, and they had the Pope on their side. They had the Pope on their side. Now you guys got to remember, we're still in the early stages of, we're going to get there. We're still 100 years. We're still 100 years. We got 100 years to go before we get to the French king. Okay. So yeah, they became powerful. They became rich. They became untouchable. And they stayed that way for about 100 years. Now, just like normal people, there were a bunch of groups of Christians together, and they all couldn't get along. They couldn't get along. So the West, we'll call it East-West. So the Muslims were on the West, on the East, and then the Christians were on the West. And they started fighting with each other. They started fighting with each other. They started arguing with each other. They started wars with each other, and it weakened it. It completely weakened the Templars. and all the Christians that were fighting alongside them, whatever. Okay. So, what happens next, boys and girls? So we have to go into them losing. Okay. So then we had another crusade. Hold on. Okay. They had another crusade. They started losing power. They started fighting amongst each other. Let me see if I'm in the right timeline. Hold on, I have to make sure I'm at the right timeline. Does anyone have any questions? Okay, I feel better. I just had to get warmed up. I don't know. It was like stage fright or something. As soon as I spit that elbow out, that was good. Da-da-da-da-da. And then we can talk about whether or not they were good or bad. Yes. Yes. Right. Meanwhile, the wives were left home in chastity belts. They were. I think they may have been. They may have been. And then we're going to get into all the artifacts and all that shit. We got to do that separate. I think that's my problem, is that I was trying to do a bunch of topics at once. I got to keep them separate. I can't be going off and be like, this one and this and this and this. Yeah. So they became very, very rich, very, very, very powerful, more powerful than the church. And when something becomes more powerful than the church, boys and girls, then you start to get problems. They don't like ye. Popes don't like ye. Right? Now we can get into some more about. We'll get into that later. See, I can't. There's so much. Now, what the Pope was also scared of was the fact that people, the Knights Templar didn't believe that they needed the Pope. They didn't believe that the Pope was an in-between between them and God. And that started to be a huge problem as well. So in the beginning, there was the Templar, there was the Pope, and then how the Pope, that's how the Templars, it was the middleman to God. Well, they were like, no, we don't need that. We don't need the Pope. We don't need the middleman to God. We can go straight to God ourselves, right? We don't need the Pope. And they got more powerful. The Pope pretty much told the Pope, fuck off. Fuck off. They have a bunch of shit hidden everywhere. They probably were like, no, you can't have all of it. No, you can't have all of it. Okay, about 1880, Saladin unifies the Muslims. Okay, so that's what happens. All right, so he comes back. This guy, he's pissed off. He's like, okay, fuck this shit. They're all kind of weak right now. They're fighting over each other, having problems. And this guy comes fucking back. Yeah, we skipped a couple of 100 years, but no, I think we skipped 50 years, but we'll skip around. Okay, so he's like, fuck this. I know your trick now, motherfuckers. I know your trick. So he started using that trick. Their trick. Right? No retreat. You must die on the battlefield. If you do not die, if you retreat, if you get taken, kidnapped, prisoner of war, you better fight them until you die. Right? Well, that's how it was supposed to be. So then this guy comes in. And he's like, all right, I'm back for more, bitches. I'm back for more. So now the Templar is not as strong. Okay, it's been some time. He has his own tricks. And he takes back. Did he take back Jerusalem? Hold on. What did he take back? Hold on. Saladin. No, not salad. Hold on, you guys. All right, let me look at this to make sure I'm in the. Okay, they got so. Okay, yeah. So they formed. They took Jerusalem. They had headquarters in the temple, on the Temple of Solomon. They found all the Temple of Solomon shit. No, we'll get in that later. We'll get in that later. Stay focused. Okay. They started finance. Blah blah blah. Managed large economic infrastructure throughout Christendom. Oh yeah, they bought land. They bought land. This is before all this stuff. We're gonna go back in time when they were at their top and their power and their most powerful. Okay, they had everything. They built buildings. They built churches. They built temples. They built all kinds of shit. They were getting, people were just leaving them money. People were just leaving them money. Like this one, I can't remember what his name was, but he died and he left. Oh, I think this, wait a minute, hold on. Let me find his name. I think he was a Spaniard. Somebody died. They just leave them money. Okay, so we did that. They're closely led to the Crusades. I gotta find this dude. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. The fucking Turks. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the Turks out because that's personal. Personal. The Turks. The Turks are coming. These are different Turks, though, I think. Oh God, what is his name? Let me check the comments, you guys. Sorry, technical difficulties. What the fuck is happening? Don't mess with me. All right. Oh, he was a sultan in Egypt. So he was in Egypt. He was a sultan. Sultan. Here we go. I just like this guy. This guy I want to learn more about because I really didn't know too much about him. Like I knew that there were the Muslims came in, and I knew that there was this guy, but I don't really know too much about his personal story. All right, kiddos. Here he is. What a great hat. Yeah. How old was he? Saladin. He single-handedly changed both the Muslim and the Western worlds during the Crusades in the 12th century by bringing together various Islamic sects. And through his principal leadership, he was able to defeat the Crusaders at Jerusalem in 1187. Yeah. So they took back Jerusalem, which was a big loss. It was a big fucking loss. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This guy. Do you guys think he really looked like that, or do you think he was darker? Oh, yeah. This was like a really bloody battle, right? The Battle of, I don't know how to pronounce this. Hattin in 1187. Yeah. It was all symbolic on this mountain and shit, but that's another story. Yeah. So he took it back. He took that shit back. And guess what happened after that? Well, the Knights Templar, they got into a little bit of trouble. They got in a little bit of trouble. They didn't like it. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. This shit back then, we'll talk about that. Like, it was brutal. And when we get into the Spanish Inquisition, all that shit. And all the torture too. Okay, so we're still not where are we? What year are we at? What year are we? We are in the year 11. Who the fuck is this? Yeah, we're still in the 11th century. We got to get up to the 13th. We need to get up to the 13th century and quick. That's what he really looked like. Check out his hat. What a cool hat. Okay, so now you got to remember, just because they took back Jerusalem doesn't mean all the shit's still there. Yeah, we're still in 1187. We got to go. Yep, with only 9 men. Yeah, they only start with 9 of them. Yep. And they were very poor. They didn't have any money. Yes. We'll get there. It looks like a little octopus on his head. Yeah. Okay. So this guy, he took the shit back. And he was the ruler of Egypt and Syria. Wow, look at this, you guys. Oh, this is what I needed to show you. This is what I needed you guys to see. Oh, it's not even showing it. All right, so this is where they came in through the Crusades. This is where everybody came through. Da, 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 da. Here's the Roman Empire. Here's the Byzantine Empire right here. Constantinople. Yep. Istanbul to Constantinople. Accra. This was a very important spot right here, Accra. Yeah, we're still in 1190. Oh, God. I knew this was going to be boring. Right here. So there's Cairo. Here's Jerusalem. Where's the shit? What is this? This is Cyprus. I think this is Cyprus right here. Yeah, it should be because this is Damascus. Unless this is Cyprus. No, I think this is Cyprus. Can you guys see this? And then here's the Mediterranean Sea. Yeah. We have to go into this battle here in Accra because something very important happened here, and I can't remember exactly what it was. How boring am I, right? 45 people are watching. No drama. Should I say F this and just play the damn Constantinople song? Yeah. We still have to go back. Okay, so I don't know why I'm so nervous today. Don't start that with me. I gotta stop this bullshit. I get stage fright for no fucking reason. Yeah, they were not big in the Crusaders. No. But that was just their I'm trying to behave. I'm a good girl. Don't you know? This has got to be confusing as hell if y'all know what I'm talking about. But it's very in depth. It's very in depth. La da 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 da. Do you want to get into what year is it? Still. All right, we're gonna have to go to the 12th century now. I feel like I'm missing something though. Something bad. Something happened. Oh. What the fuck is that place called? Accra. In 1191. We have to get 1191. The siege of Accra. The siege of Accra. Here we go. Saladin. Here's that guy again. Oh, this is the first time. This is when they lost. The siege of Accra was the first significant counterattack by Guy of Jerusalem against Saladin, leader of the Muslims in Syria and Egypt. This pivotal siege formed part of what later became known as the Third Crusade. Yeah. This is also confusing because there's like 8 of them. 8 or 9, depending on who you ask. And that's not even a joke. That's true. Later became known as the Third Crusade. The siege lasted from August 1189 until July 1191, at which time the city's coastal position met the attacking Latin forces. City's coastal position meant the attacking Latin forces were unable to fully capture the city. Mm-hmm. And Saladin was able to fully revive it. With both sides receiving supplies and resources by sea, it concluded as a key victory for the Crusades and serious setback for Saladin's ambition to destroy the Crusader states. And then you get into like this. You can get into a lot. I mean, and then there's like a bunch of other people, and this is very in depth, and we're not going there. What's happening? Bernie, be nice. Is Bernice here? Lex, I love the subject of knights. I know a bit, but not much. We're in the 13th century now. Yeah, Lex, let me know because you guys know this. You too, Footsy, or whoever you guys know this. If I'm on the right track, stop me if I'm wrong too. We're getting to that. You're listening? Am I doing bad? Ugh, gosh. Keep it going, girl. Keep it going. Kingdom of England. Oh, Christ. Nope, absolutely not. Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely not. Call my manager. Absolutely not. Phone's ringing. Nope. Nope. Call my manager. Jesus H. Christ. You know that's Jim Terry calling me, right? You know that's Jim Carrey blowing my phone up. Yeah. I'm not answering the phone. He's not allowed. I'm not allowed to talk to him. Per my management. The dominions of Saladin. He's like, bitch, I'm taking it back. I'm taking it back. There it is. This battle right here. This is where he fucking was like taking this shit back. Here comes the Muslims. Now, I told you that the Christian side got very weak because they couldn't get along. They couldn't get along. That's why he went back and fucking destroyed them. You know? And you know that the Muslims have been still been in charge ever since. They fight in a holy war. Fighting a holy war. It's JT. Lex says, fuck you, JT. Bones. What are you talking about? All right. So after this shit happened, that took a big hit. Let me just I'm just going to free ball this the rest of the time. Okay. All right. So after that, I don't like this picture. I can't have this picture up. It's too much. It really is. Get back up. Can you hear me? All right, there we go. Yeah, we'll get into that in a second. We'll get into that in a second. No, we don't like him. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't know. We don't know. There's so many things. There's so many things. And we got to talk about what's the Ark of the Covenant, too. What is the Ark of the Covenant? We need to pull out all the Indiana Jones fucking artifacts now. All right, now we're going to go. So after... Do you guys hear me? There we go. So after the Muslims returned to the Holy Land and we got booted, well, not we, but, you know, the Christians got booted. That side got booted. Whatever. Shit was not good. Shit was not good. Okay? Shit wasn't good. Everybody was pissed. La-di-di-da-da. Although the Knights Templar were still bagging in power. They still had a ton of power over in the West. Okay? They still had a ton of money. They were still doing their thing, right? And then we got this fucking dickhead. Now we're going to get into the 13th century. So right here we have this Pope. And we have the King of France. The King of France is a prick. He is a jealous, broke prick who owed the Knights Templar a lot of money. Lots of money. Now, at this time, right, like I told you before, the Knights Templar decided to cut out the middleman, No, it's Jason's. It's Jason's mask. Is that funny? This is a joke. Okay. So they decided to cut the middleman, remember? So here's the Pope, the Vatican, the Catholic Church, and the Templars were like, yeah, we're not gonna give you a lot of shit. Yeah, we're not gonna tell you shit. We don't need you. We go straight to God. Thank you. Pope Clement and King Philip the Sixth. What is that? A 5-6? Yeah. Yep, that's him. Here's the Pope. Here's that prick. He was the King of France. He borrowed a ton of money from the Knights Templar. So the thing is like, we got to stop these fuckers. And the Pope was like, okay, well, we need to take back control. And plus, they got a ton of shit. And I think we need it. Okay. So you got to remember when they went to King Solomon's tomb and they did all that shit, the temple, they took all the artifacts, everything. And we're gonna start talking about that. No, do not go. Cancel. So we need to do all the holy water. So everything was taken out of the Holy Land. Everything was taken out of Jerusalem, out of Bethlehem, after at all the sacred spots. They raided it. Okay, so the Knights Templar raided it. Now that's when you can get into the discussion whether or not they're good or bad. All right, they're considered first-class sacred relics. Hold on, you guys. All right, this is what we have. Fragments of the true cross. Okay, so this is what they found. This is what they are alleged to have. Okay, the Knights Templar hidden somewhere or held somewhere, held in these temples, wherever they were, I guess, stationed, right? So they had the fragments of the true cross. So the true cross, which was the fragments of the cross, okay? And that was found by St. Helena in the 4th century. The Shroud of Turin, the Holy Grail, okay? So then we can get in the Holy Grail in a second. The Holy Lance, okay? That's what it is. The Holy Lance is Spear of Longinus. Am I saying this wrong? That is the spear used by the quote unquote Roman soldier to pierce Jesus's side. Okay. The veil of Veronica, which is the cloth used to wipe the face of Jesus. And then there are the nails. So there's holy nails, the nails from the crucifixion. Oh, what happened? But the big one was the Holy Grail and the Ark of the Covenant. Hold on, let me get that. I'm spelling that wrong. Okay, so if you guys don't know what the Ark of the Covenant it is, was a religious storage chest to be held by what was in the storage chest? It was the Ark of the Testimony, the Ark of God. It was a religious storage chest and relic held to be the most sacred object by the Israelites. And this is the Ark of the Covenant. There's so many. There is so many conspiracies about it. What's in it? What is it? What does it do? All right, so it's got to be with Moses. Okay, the ark was created according to the pattern that God gave to Moses when the Israelites were encamped at the foot of Mount Sinai. Therefore, thereafter, the gold-plated. What does that say? Stop pushing. No, stop it. Stop it. Oh. Hold on. Yeah, they like held it. People marched around it and shit, and then God spoke to Moses. From between the two cherubims on the ark's cover. Yeah. So God used the Ark of the Covenant to talk to Moses. Sound good? Oh, look, the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Yep. Now, listen, the Ark is in the temple in Ethiopia. Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah. And then we get into the Dead Sea Scrolls. Mm-hmm. But the Dead Sea Scrolls, I think, yeah, Indiana Jones has it. Fuck, you know who probably has it? Steven Spielberg. I shit you not. I shit you not. Oh, shut up. I don't care if I have 38 JT. Fuck off. And I don't give a shit. I ain't doing shit. I ain't doing that shit. I ain't playing those fucking games this time. Now he's texting me. Okay. It's in a church in Ethiopia. That's all right. Let's bring it. Let me show you the picture of the Ark of the Covenant. It's in the State Department warehouse. It's in the Vatican. It's got aliens in it. I'll check on Ancient Aliens to see where it really is. We still have a ways to go. What year are we in? It's on Epstein Island. It fucking could be. Mm-hmm. Oh, these are supposed to be cherubs. These look very Egyptian to me. What do you think? What do you think, huh? Cherubs. Now, boys and girls, we know if we've watched or seen anything about biblical accurate depictions of angels, this is not going to be what a cherub looks like. They're scary. They're scary. Have not fear. Wherever the hell they say. Yeah. 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 Cherubs, well, yeah. Well, yeah. Like, where really is it really like, is it shown? Is it real? Is it authentic? Hmm. Yeah, Steven Spielberg has it. He keeps children in there. Allegedly. I'm not kidding. Here we are, darlings. It's a poster. Would you like to buy a poster for $33? This is the cherubim's divine creatures marked at the location where God's divine presence rested on the ark's cover. Okay, here. God's throne, where was golden cover topped with winged cherubim to cover slide into place over the chest. Mm-hmm. These are the carrying poles. What's in it? What's in it? All right, that's enough of that. Let's talk about the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail is we're not there yet. All right, so pretty much, hi, thank you. Thank you. Can you tell Jim Terry to go fuck himself? Two stone talent. Yeah, the 10 Commandments. That's another one. They had that. They had everything. Everything. They took everything. They had it all. They had all the secrets. They found the secrets. All right, so let's go back to this prick and this guy. So they wanted all the secrets. This guy was in debt like a fucking crazy person. So they concocted a plan. They concocted a plan to take down the Knights Templar. Now, this still confuses me to this day. I don't understand how it could. I don't understand. I still don't understand how this fucker and this asshole Pope could take down them. They're so powerful. They were so powerful. I don't understand. Although I think maybe there's conspiracies. Maybe they knew it was coming. They definitely knew it was coming. I know that they definitely got tipped off. They knew that shit was coming. But let's get it Friday the 13th. I don't understand it. I don't understand how they fucking pulled it off. There's my thumbnail. You ready? This actually makes me like upset. Like it's so bloody. It's so gruesome. And then we'll get into the Spanish Inquisition. My fave. All right. Here we go, boys and girls. On Friday, October 13th, 1307, King Philip of France ordered the simultaneous secret arrests of hundreds of Knights Templars across France. This coordinated strike, driven by the king's massive debts to the order, involved accusations of heresy, blasphemy, and corruption, marking the beginning of the Templars' destruction. And likely, though debated, historical origin of the Friday the 13th superstition. They carried out throughout France that all of them are to be taken, tortured, and burned at the stake. Dun, dun, dun. So now a little side note. Before Friday the 13th happened, they got kidnapped. Remember how I said they weren't allowed to get kidnapped and shit, or not, or taken hostage? They weren't allowed to be taken hostage. Well, two of them got caught. They got caught. One got caught a while back by that one guy, the Muslim guy. And then they got another one. And that person was Jacques de Molay. Now, he's very important. Very, very important. Very important figure. Okay. He was the Grand Master. The Grand Master. We've heard that before. We're going to get the Mason soon. Of the Knights Templar. Morgan Freeman. And then we will get into all the good shit and we can chat. How long have we been on? An hour? We'll be supposed to sit here all night. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to sit here all night with 43 people watching because I don't care. Fuck off. Yes. We're going to keep this up. We're going to keep this up. That's Portugal. Portugal is very important. Portugal is very important because this is Christopher Columbus. And I'm going to tell you about that part in a second. This is very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. So what they did was they got tipped off. Now, before that order was sent out for all of them to be killed, tortured, blah, 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 by these pricks. This is the Pope. This is that fucking King France guy, right? Well, 3 boats got away. There was boats and they got away. They didn't get everything. Now, the Knights Templar. Yep, Jacques yeah, de Molay. Yeah. We're going to bring him up in a second. Do I have a graphic of him? I do not have a graphic of him. Why don't I have a graphic of him? I'll just find one online. No, I don't care. It's fine. There's no drama. No one's interested in this shit. Nobody cares unless I scream. All right. And plus, I'm being all weird trying to spit all this information out. And it's not like it's an easy topic, It's like that. It's a fucking 1,100 years of fucking craziness. All right. So that's what happened across France. This coordinated strike driven by the king's massive debts to the order involved accusations of, they said that they were worshiping the devil. They said they did a complete fucking, I guess, like, like they do around here. A character attack. Right? I don't even know why I'm laughing at this. This is horrible. This is fucking horrible. All right. At dawn, King Philip's agents executed a plan, cracked down on the most powerful military financial order, arresting members, including the Grand Master Jacques de Molay. Yeah. It was a big deal when they grabbed him. It was a big fucking deal. The motive: he was deeply indebted to the Templars and sought to seize their vast wealth and properties. It's the biggest rip-off bank heist in the world. I don't understand how this dude pulled it off just with the Pope, though. They were so much more powerful than him, and he was in debt to them. I don't understand how they were able to pull it off. And I think it's because they had the okay and help from the Catholic Church. What up, Raby? Hello. Why does that look weird? JT won't stop calling me. He can go eat a dick. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. All right. So, the aftermath. Templars were tortured into confessions, leading to many being burned at the stake. The order was officially disbanded in 1312. The significance is this date is frequently cited as the source of Friday the 13th. Yep, it was October 13th, 1314. Now, Sheckies. Sheckies. Where's Sheckies? Now, this is where the superstition comes from. La da dee da 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 da. Let me give you guys something to look at. Boom. Ravi, you want his number? Call him and cuss him out. No, just ignore him. All right, here's a good picture of him. All right, there he is. They got him. Look at his shoes. They got him. They tortured him. They burned him at the stake. And while he was burning at the stake, here's what it looked like. Let me give him the stake. Let me give him the stake. Yep. Do we have a better graphic? Come on, give me a better graphic. Oh, what happened here? Oh, mongrels. These are not good. These are not good for us to see. All right, so he was the last Grand Master. He was the last Grand Master when they burned him at the stake. His last words, he was burning at the stake. He was staring right at Notre Dame Cathedral, and he pretty much cursed them. He cursed the Pope. He cursed the French king. And not long after, they both died. They both died. Now, we can start on the conspiracy theories and where it happened to them. So after all this happened, all the Templars went underground. Okay, they were banned. They were Satan worshipers. They were the everything. After that happened, they were no more. And if you were one, it was not good. So they all went underground and they all formed other secret societies. They fled the whole world. They fled all over the world. They fled all over the world. And let's go to I think we should start out. Should we start out in Scotland or Portugal? First, we need to do this. Okay. Because there's this Christopher Columbus shit was interesting to me. So a legend says that Templar went to America before Christopher Columbus. We'll get there in a second. The Templar ships. Okay. This is what we need, I think. Okay. All right. Here we go. This is the good shit. This is the good shit that we were all talking about. Are you ready? All right. Hold on. Can you guys hear me? Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that is stupid. Yeah, that is pretty stupid. He didn't discover shit. He did not discover shit. Everybody's already been there. We all been there. Notre Dame is Latin for Our Lady. Oh. Finish your camera, video, share screen. Yeah, we'll get into all that other stuff too. All right. Okay, so legend regarding the Knights Templar escape revolve around a mysterious lost fleet that allegedly banished from French ports, specifically. What does it say? La Rochelle? La Rochelle? Ooh. On the eve of their arrests. So before the day before, Friday the 13th, which would have been last night if it was October, but it's not. It's believed these ships carried high-ranking Templars, vast amount of treasure, secret records to safe havens in Scotland, Portugal, and what did I say? Did I say Portugal? I didn't think I said Portugal. I think I said something else. Portugal. I meant Portugal if I wasn't saying Portugal. Or even the New World. That's us. That was us. All right. Now, this is good shit. Now you got to remember what's on this shit. All the secrets. It's all the secrets. Everything they took from Jerusalem, all those temples, all the sacred spots, they got everything. All the wealth, supposedly, and they hauled ass. Okay. Now, they went to Scotland. Now, this is what you guys were talking about earlier with the Sinclairs in Scotland. So a primary theory suggests that the Templars fled to Scotland, yes, where they aided Robert the Bruce in his fight against the English at the Battle of Bannockburn. Is that how I say it? Bannockburn? It was it said that they hid the treasure in Scotland, including in the Oak Island, Nova Scotia area. Portugal. Templars found refuge in Portugal. This was one of the only places that they were allowed to stay, which is very strange. They were ordered to be killed, arrested, everything, all over the world, but not in Portugal. Portugal let them stay. So Templars found refuge in Portugal, where they were not persecuted and instead reformed as the Order of Christ. So this is how they reformed in Portugal. Okay. Now, the Americas. Some theories propose that the ships traveled to the New World long before Christopher Columbus. And there is a theory that Christopher Columbus knew that the Templars had already been there. Okay. They had already been there. They already met the natives. They hid shit there, whatever they did. So allegedly what Christopher Columbus did, but he is not a Templar, was put Templar flags on the ships so that if the natives saw them, they would know that they had been there before and that they were safe. Isn't that something? Now, let's look at Christopher Columbus's ships. So we got the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. Christopher Columbus. Now you got to remember. Yep. So Christopher Columbus, we all learned this in school. In 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Do you guys remember that? I remember that. Oh, there's Magellan. Oh, Magellan. He was a cool guy. Okay. So this was later on. So supposedly before Christopher Columbus went there, obviously other people did first. I think we all know this. Okay. Ships. Now this is alleged. Running the replica ship Santa Maria. Yeah. And I'm gonna show you guys something too. Come on. Come on, Sail Magazine. Nope, you're taking too long. They all have the Templar Red Cross. Jesus Christ. Oh my. What are you? Yo, I'm back. I'm back. Don't fuck with me, assholes. Stop buying bots, JT. Why don't you go away? Fuck off. Stop harassing me. You're harassing me, JT. Crazy asshole. Oh, maybe I'm talking about things I'm not supposed to be talking about. Hit the like. Hit the like, y'all. And then we'll get into good shit. Okay. All right, so let's talk about the what? Oh, hi, Richie. Hi, Richie. Hi. Yeah, those old ships were amazing. Yeah. Here, let me show you them. Oh, hi, Cuddly Bear. I know I have no drama today. I'm just rambling, trying to have a history lesson of something that's really confusing, and I'm baked. Yeah, we have the Clipper. We had the what the fuck is it called? The damn Star Spangled Star Spangled shit. The Star Spangled shit. Christopher relationships. Look at it there. 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 All right. Now, there's theories. Now we're going to bring up this. You ready? Now, when you go back in time, remember how I said they were very powerful and they were actually protecting something. They were protecting something. They had something very, very valuable that they were protecting. Now, it was an artifact, maybe. Okay. And what is that, boys and girls? The Holy Grail. Yes, the Holy Grail. Now, there are different opinions on what the Holy Grail is. Some people say that it's the cup used by Jesus at the Last Supper. Okay. Some people say it's the actual bloodline of Christ. The bloodline of Christ. And what is important about them hiding this? So let's get into it. I'm going to pull up something for you guys. Very controversial. Do not shoot the messenger. And I'm going to tell you a story. Catholics, I'm sorry. I'm just going to tell you history. Now, do we all know Da Vinci's painting of the Last Supper? Now, I'm going to bring it up. And I'm going to tell you something, and I swear to you, this is a true story. I would not make this shit up. I don't make up fucking stupid stories. This is the goddamn truth. Okay, let's bring it up. We're not talking about the Masons, but they're going to get upset when I tell them. Well, when I tell them. Don't worry, I'm a Catholic. I was baptized Catholic. We're just doing history here. Just doing history. Where's Bernice? This is when the Masons start to come in. Now, do you remember how I said they all fled and they formed other secret societies? Yes. Now we're going into the Da Vinci Code zone. We're going into the Da Vinci Code zone for a little bit, even though this is, we're not going to go from the movie because the movie is a movie. But there's a little bit more. This is just an opinion. All right, we're going to start here. The funniest part is when you close your eyes and look at think of the Last Supper, they did this too. They're supposed to have been, right now, this is just a depiction. We don't even know it's true. It's been whitewashed. It's been Da Vinci-fied. It's been, Carpetbagger knows about nothing. I want to know if she knows anything about the Masons. She wants to tell us any secrets. If she sacrificed anything there. No, that's not true. But that is how the Masons got a bad name, that they worship the devil and shit. What they don't. Well, they maybe. Now, at the depiction of the Last Supper, boys and girls, there's supposed to be the Holy Grail in this photo, in this picture, in this depiction. Okay? There's supposed to be the Holy Grail. Now, if we are correct, it's supposed to be a cup that Jesus drank from at the Last Supper. Okay? Now look at the photo. He does not have a cup. It's AI. Here it is. That's not the right one. That's AI. Where's the real one? Oh my God, I saw the best ones. They have the best ones. Do not copy. Okay? There ain't no goddamn cups. There's no cup here. There's a cup here. That's just a regular cup, but there's not a chalice. No chalice. No chalice. But there is this person right here. This is AI version 2. Come on. The real painting. Why is the floor different, all of them? Oh, this one has the cup. Oh, they put the cup in here. Here's the cup. It's right there. Why do they put the cup in there? The cup. It's the cup. What are you guys doing in the comment section? Mary Magdalene was in the goddamn painting. She was not a prostitute. She was his wife. She was his wife. She was his wife. She was not prostitute. She was not prostitute. They took all the women, you guys. Back up here. Why am I back? Put me back up. They took them all out. She did not have no hair. She had beautiful hair. Like, no. But they did. They took her out. Now that's a conspiracy from the Da Vinci Code. Now, what do you think? What do you believe? What do you think, you guys? What is the Holy Grail? So, Lex, you think it's the bloodline? I know. What is the Holy Grail? I'm going to do AI. What does AI say it is? Candor would say it's a gay man. Yeah, but that is not that is not under any circumstance a male. Facts, Linda. Facts. 100% she was not a prostitute. Weren't even acknowledged back then. Yes. Yeah. Doesn't upset you? So you know what this would do. Okay. So proving that there is a bloodline, right? Oh, look at this. Arthurian legend. Oh, here we go. This is what AI says. The Holy Grail is often depicted as a cup used by Jesus at the Last Supper. It symbolizes divine grace and eternal life in Christian tradition. In Arthurian legend, it represents the ultimate quest for knights, embodying purity and enlightenment. Enlightenment, you guys. What is this? Illuminati, because Illuminati just means light. Enlightenment. Dun, dun, dun. Many stories suggest it grants miraculous powers of healing properties. The search for the Holy Grail has inspired countless literary and artistic works throughout history. Its meaning has evolved, often representing unattainable goals or desires in modern context. The Holy Grail. Yeah, they don't even know. They don't even know what it is. Somebody knows what it is. Somebody knows what it is. And the significance of proving that there we go. They all, King Arthur, everyone has been searching for this damn Holy Grail. The damn Holy Grail. It's the Holy Grail, right? Radio Illuminati Unmasked. Yeah. If you think this is BS, Magdalene go to that region of south of France. Yeah, she fled. She was pregnant and she fled. According to legend, Mary Magdalene was pregnant at the time of Jesus's crucifixion. And she fled. So the point of hiding her, right, is to say, okay, well, because there's this issue with Judaism, with Christianity, and it's whether or not Jesus Christ is the Son of God. Or is he just a man? He was just a man, in my opinion. I don't believe that's what, but that's what, So they needed, and plus, right? They would have killed her. They would have killed her. They would have killed the kid, the baby. They got her out of there. They got her out of there and she fled to fucking France. Mm-hmm. Now, when everybody was trying to protect the Holy Grail for a long, long time, right? They could have just been actually protecting her. Her. Who? You ready for this? Both. You think both? A woman's womb is the shape of a goblet. The cup, the blood of Christ. Yes. The closest I've been to the Holy Grail history is Rosalind Chapel in Scotland. She's supposedly there. I have been there. It's not bullshit. She's there. She's supposedly buried there. She's buried in Scotland. And they needed to hide her body. And even if she did die and they did find it later on, they had to desecrate her body, that she never existed. They took all the female, this when they took all the female saints out of the Bible, Do you remember? Remember when I said they were taking it from the Muslims? They needed to take everything. They had to have everything. They needed to fucking rewrite it. Is it blasphemy? It's blasphemy. It could be. It is a theory. It's a theory. Yeah, let's bring her up. Mary Magdalene. Mm-hmm. She was Magdalena, right? How old was she? They were young too. You guys got to remember this. Remember, Jesus was a teenager. Joseph was a teenager. Nothing. Jesus was older. Jesus was older, but Joseph was a teenager. And where did they go? Don't get me started. Now, you guys got to remember something too. When in the Crusades, once the Templar, they were looking for something. They were looking for something for someone. I think they were looking for something, and they were searching. And then one day, they just stopped searching, and they got extremely rich and powerful. Like when they were looking for the artifacts. So I'm going to tell you, they got something. They have it. They have something. She was a saint. She was a fucking saint. No prostitution. She was not. She was his wife. The idea of Jesus's DNA is behind the film Immaculate. Really? Yeah. Yeah. I am. Yeah. Because in Jewish, right? If you're Jewish, you don't believe in Jesus Christ as your savior. Jesus Christ doesn't account. He's not God. And Jesus was. Are you still fucking texting me? Stop. No one's texting me. Who's this? Kaz, hey Candor, I hated this. You're really important. It seems Michelle has got a problem with me. Kaz, will you stop? Oh my god. Can people just not start drama today? Sorry. Now can I please pull this up? Why does everybody blow my phone up when I'm live? Don't call me all day. Fucking go live. Let's bug the fuck out of Michelle. It's not like this topic's hard enough and I can't fucking focus anyway. All right, Mary Magdalene, she was a saint. What was she known for? She was known as a devout follower of Jesus, healed him from... Come on. Where's AI? Healed him from 7 demons, a financial supporter of his ministry, an eyewitness to the crucifixion, and the first person to see him risen on Christ on Easter morning. That's another theory I can tell you something about, but we don't want to go there. I don't want to disrespect anyone. Apostle to the apostles. Yeah. She represents transformation, grace, and faithful discipleship, remaining with Jesus at his darkest moments and embodying the power of redemption and evangelization. Judas! Pontius Pilate. Bastards. Oh my god, that's fucking uncanny. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hold on. I don't like that picture. Yeah. See Mary Magdalene. Yeah. She was a sinner. She wasn't a sinner. The fact that she brought this sin and shame to Christ is what makes her a great saint. She brought all her sins to Jesus. No. I don't think so. She who had been healed of evil spirits. They always make the women the evil ones, don't they? They always make the evil. Damn women. Yeah. So to be honest, quite honest, I don't know what it is. I don't know what the Holy Grail is. I don't know. I don't know what powers this shit holds. All I know is that people have been fighting over this land for literally ever. Yeah. The old patriarchy again. Yeah. You know what they do to the ladies. Yeah. Good. The Vatican redacted their phony horror story. Good. They needed to make her like a saint, a big saint, a good saint, saint, just as powerful as Jesus. That's a good one, though. Didn't realize the typo. Good catch. Huh. Any other questions? Did I miss anything? Look, I'm not an expert. I'm obviously not an expert, because when we go back into the Crusades, we can even look at that even more. Like, it's so in depth. It's so in depth. Like, you gotta know this shit. And I just don't know about it. I wonder if we can get over. I wonder if we can watch like a documentary or something. You think we could get off watching a documentary? Will they let me? Ah, according to Groke, this is a good point, right? Because listen to this. Listen to this, right? So Jesus didn't become the Son of God until way after his death. Like the wise men, the whole thing, the virgin birth. Mm-mm. It's boring here. Don't worry. I'm gonna probably bore you to death. I feel like a stone professor. I feel like a substitute teacher. No, I do know a lot, but I don't know that much. What's not true? What part? Baiting with Boldo. Oh, that Jesus wasn't until after he died? Mm, become divine. Okay, I gotta find out when he became divine. Okay, so okay, so they're saying, well, see, this is the thing. When it goes by the Bible and then by like the history is different. So the resurrection, the earliest view, many of the earliest Christians believed that Jesus was human, who was exiled to exalted to divine status by God upon his resurrection. Yeah. So he wasn't even, until after he died. It wasn't way after he died, though. Birth, incarnation. Okay. And baptism, adopt. The earliest gospel mark, Jesus is portrayed as becoming the Son of God and receiving the Spirit at his baptism. The Gospel of John, written later, reflects the theology where Jesus is the eternal, who was always with God and was God becoming flesh, not becoming divine. Okay. And then see and this is at 325 AD. It says officially settled that Jesus was not created being, but was of the same substance as the Father, and therefore divine from eternity. When did he become God? When did they add that virgin birth to the Bible? Let's see. Okay, she was. Oh, so we're going to talk about the Virgin Mary. She was featured in the original text of the Gospels of Matthew and Luke, written in the 1st century AD. These foundational texts, specifically the Annunciation stories, describe her as a virgin who conceives Jesus for the Holy Spirit. Early traditions. While the accounts of her life and the perpetual virginity doctrine were developed later in the 2nd century texts. Oh. Interesting. Interesting. Not seeing the comments. Poor Joseph. The Tyrannitarians believe this. He's not. Let him be. Maybe he wants to talk to us. I don't know what I believe. Christians are not Trinitarians. Okay. But that's just we're just talking about that. That's just a theory about the Holy Grail. So what does AI say about the Holy Grail being the bloodline? Oh, we got to find out where. Yeah. You guys do all that Mary Magdalene shit. It was a girl, right? So allegedly, according to legend, that's okay. You're fine. According to legend, Mary Magdalene and was a girl, wasn't it? Was it a girl? They had a girl. Is that what it was? Allegedly, Jesus and Mary Magdalene had a female. Thinking. Yeah. The grail represents the womb of Mary Magdalene, who allegedly carried Jesus's child to France. Yep, significance, and symbolizes a hidden divine bloodline that continues to this day. Sometimes linked to this dynasty. This is a dynasty. I don't know how to say this word. Holy shit. Holy shit. The Book of Enoch is badass. Hi, Needles. Are you from MobTube? Okay. Significance. It symbolizes the hidden divine bloodline that continues to this day. Sometimes, like, do you see this? Or other European noble houses. The concept stems from the idea. Here it is. Sangreal. Who said this? Sangreal, right? Sangra was a mistranslation of sangreal, which means royal blood. Royal blood. Criticism. This theory is rejected by mainstream historians. What? I've never heard a mainstream historian deny this. Pious fraud. Yeah, says the fucking Vatican. All right. And then let's look at this. Yeah, there's the Holy Blood and the Holy Grail. Let's go look at this dynasty. Copy. Pasty. Oh, shit. Can I see this? I'm sorry. I need a cigarette. Sarah. Her name is Sarah. Thank you. It was Sarah. Her name is Sarah. It's a girl, and her name is Sarah. Yes, you did. You did do it. Yeah, I have it. I got it. Yeah, read the book. The book's better. Also, the book is better than the movie. Always. But there's more history in the book. And there's more stuff in the book. Sarah Michelle Gellar. Yeah. French. Michelle's a French name. Michelle. Her name was Sarah. Yes, I knew that. Yeah. Sarah. Hold on, let's go to the Sinclairs. Was the ruling family of the Franks from around the middle of this century until Pepin shortened the. Ooh. King of the Franks. What's this? I don't know these people. What the hell is this? Austria. Whoa. This is an old map. King of the Lombards. Bavaria's there. Huh. Oh, shit. Oh, fucking sheet, man. What's that? Oh. That ain't it. I don't know what this stuff is. How do we get here? Oh, is that dynasty? Yeah. Let's do. Hold on, you guys. I have to do this. Let's do Sarah. It's the Sinclairs. We need to look at the Sinclairs. The Sinclair bloodline. Templar connection. There it is. It's the lineage of the Grail. The lineage of the freaking Grail, boy. Did you really read the book, The Holy Blood, and then The Holy Grail? No. I have a book. I did not read that book. I read the Templar Legacy, but that's not really, it gives history, but it's actually like a story too. And it's got some stuff in it, but it's not, you know. And then Holy Horrors, which is about the Crusades. No, Sarah would have been married into the French bloodline. Yeah, she would have been married right into the French. Okay. So it would have been her child. The Sinclair, but let me pull this up. No bones? But this is a lot of Da Vinci Code stuff. And there's still other, because this is just my favorite conspiracy. It's fucking cool. All right. Sinclair bloodline is a prominent Scoto-Norman noble family originating from St. Clair, Sur, Ely, and Normandy, France. The family initially named De Sancto Claro. That means holy light. Holy light. Came to England with William the Conqueror in 1066 before moving to Scotland in the 11th and 12th centuries. Ugh. Shit. They became one of the most powerful families in Scotland, notably holding titles of Earls of Orkney and Earls of whatever this is, Caithness. Oh, like Caithness. Origins. Here's the Rosslyn. Oh, here we go. Here's the Rosslyn Chapel. Okay, the origins. The first record ancestor believing to be Waldern, 1006, 1047, nephew of Duke Richard II of Normandy. It's like, this means nothing to me. I don't even know what this means. I don't know what that means. Okay, so the Rosslyn branch, known for building Rosslyn Chapel, which was founded by William Sinclair, the first Earl of this thing in the 15th century. This is in the 1500s. This is would have been. Now, you got to remember, this is way after, right? So they're just protecting not necessarily, they're just protecting the fact that it exists. They're trying to protect the fact that this even exists. All right, and then we can start getting into Freemasonry for the next 4 hours of our presentation. There we go. Freemasonry. The Sinclairs of Rosslyn held the hereditary title of Grand Master Mason of Scotland until 1736. Now, this, you guys got to remember, we started off in 1100. We started off in the 11, what was it, 1113? Okay, we started off in the 11th century, and here we are now in the 15th century. 15th century is 14. So this 15th, 16th century? Hello, William Brooklyn. What are you doing here? Saying. Is there another name though? That could be. Is it just that family? Where is she buried? Is she buried in... She's in France. She's buried in the Basilica. Mary Magdalene. So when we talk about like it's not still alive. Like it's been so long. You gotta remember, we've been how many years is that? We started in 11, we went to the 13, and then we went to 1500s. The Crypt of St. Mask. I want to trick it. Let me trick it. I'm going to trick it. I'm going to trick AI and see what it says. Mary Magdalene's child buried. Thinking. The claims that child of Mary Magdalene was buried in a tomb stem from controversial 1980 discovery of the Taliban tomb. Oh. Oh. The inscriptions. Jesus, son of Joseph. Mariaman. How do you say that? How would you pronounce that? Mariam. Identified as Mary Magdalene and Judah, son of Jesus. Were found, leading to theories of a family tomb. It's a guy. Judah? No way. The majority of archaeologists and historians strongly dispute these claims. Yeah. And this was discovered in 1980. The first century tomb contained 10 bone boxes. In the inscriptions. Oh, shit. What did the inscriptions say? What do you think about that, you guys? Could it be a hoax? It was about 2,000 years ago. Yeah. Yeah. What do you think? Like, duh. Actually, 2026 to be exact. Iana? There were tons of people with those names. Tons, you're right. Yeah, it could have been anyone. This is BS. This is BS. I agree. There's tons. What's this one? The skull of Mary Magdalene. Oh, you know what? I saw this. This is supposed to be the skull of Mary Magdalene. How cool is that? It's believed. How fucking cool. Dude. Groovy. Whoa! Hold on, I gotta see something. How long have we been on? 5 hours? 2 hours and 10 minutes? 2 hours? I don't think we can do this any longer tonight, boys and girls. I do believe that Texas Kit Kat. Imagine the Vatican's got everything. They got everything. Let's see what's in that Vatican hall. What time is this garbage? Okay. Yeah, you're about to get it, but I put everybody to sleep. Will we ever know? No, it's all down to faith. You're right. And listen, this is just conspiracies. I know there's a lot of religious people out there. This could be completely wrong. It's just a little bit of history, considering that we wanted to talk about Friday the 13th. And this is the rabbit hole that it will bring you down. Yeah. So really, the only reason why it's unlucky is because, and we can go into other things though. Can we have a part 2 soon? We don't know if we need a part 2. I think part 1's good enough. I'm sure it was so boring for everyone. Jesus. I forgot to monetize this too. Yeah, if Vatican released through their big scam would be over. My cousin Melissa met the Pope, and my great aunt Terry threw my cousin at him. Threw him at him. They got a paper of her kissing him, being kissed by the Pope. Yeah. See, there was no way I was going to just start this now. See how I was supposed to start at 6? I was like, nah. Is anybody else going live tonight? I know Candor's not going live tonight. Odette and everybody's going to go live tomorrow for Valentine's Day. No, Cass, I'm not mad at you. I think they got aliens. They got all kinds of shit. We can watch Ancient Aliens. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have anything to say anymore after this 2 and 13-minute boring live. All right, so pretty much Friday the 13th is not that unlucky unless you are unless you're the Knights Templar. And Jacques de Molay did put a curse on some people. So there's that. But you guys got to remember too, if anybody asks you a little thing, fun fact for you guys if you didn't know. So the original Friday the 13th is October 13th. So when there is a Friday the 13th in October, that is the real one. That's the real one. Oh Lord. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, there is. Yeah. Well, yeah, there is. Yeah. 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 October babies unite. That's why October Friday the 13th are so cool. For one, it's in October. For 2, it's Friday the 13th. For 3, it's really Friday the 13th. You know? They got everything. Does anybody know though how, because remember when I was like, how the hell did that French king pull that shit off with the Pope? Like, how the hell did they pull it off? You think he's a Sox fan? Yeah. Yeah. We're still fighting. We are still fighting the Crusades to this day, just in different ways. And then we're going to get into the Masons. Oh, we didn't get into the Masons. We're going to have to do a part 2. We're going to have to do a part 2. We didn't get into the Masons. I knew this was going to take forever, and it was going to be hard for me to do. I wanted to try something new, and I did it. Even though it sucked, still, maybe next time it will be better. Next time it'll be better. Keep on keeping on, girls. Yes, this current guy is from Chicago. Good and evil never dies. Yeah. Absolutely. It's still going on. Yeah. It's happening as we freaking speak, man. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll do... I don't want to do this anything. I don't think I'm going to do anything tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to go live tomorrow, you guys. I may stop in on Odette's. But I don't know. Really? Are you guys just kissing my ass? Don't blow smoke. Take a day off. I'm gonna have drama, I'm sure. I'll be back. Somebody's gonna have to go live after this fucking Jim Terry thing. So I'm gonna have to go back and I'm sure later on tonight and yell at Jim Terry. I guess we're gonna have to watch this bullshit. No, I'm not gonna go on a date with Jimmy. Not a date. It wouldn't be a date. No dates. Jimmy. Y'all are funny. Y'all are funny though. I appreciate it. You guys are cute. Don't worry. We're all good. You want me to go out with Jimmy tomorrow night? Oh Lord. No, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. He may have plans. You know, Jimmy gets all the punane. Sorry. I'm just kidding. No. I wanted to go out and drink this weekend. Come on. It's like amateur night though. And it's Valentine's Day. Everybody's gonna be all weird. It's gonna be all stupid. I know you like Jimmy. Don't worry, guys. I have lots more friends for you guys to meet. No, not that Jimmy. No, not JT. See, that's so confusing. Now we're confusing. Not JT, Jimmy. No, not JT. Not JT. Lex doesn't like JT. Oh, shut up. Ugh. Me and Jimmy are friends. Jimmy's my bestie friend. You know, he's just my friend for too long. He's my bro. Like, I'm not romantically attracted to Jimmy. Not Jim Terry. Totally separate Jim Terry. You know, he's just my bro. Who got a big guitar. Oh, fuck. You can go out with him. I'm not doing anything. Yeah. I'm going to say, I try to stay off of here as much as I can, and I just cannot. I'm like, I gotta do this now. It's my phone. Please, all right, leave me alone. Please, just leave me alone. I just want to be alone, please. See, I don't think I had him blocked. He didn't call me from restricted. He called me from Studio TV number, Florida number. I don't have his ass blocked. What time is 7:30? 6:45. I found a really cool song today, you guys. So I found these two chicks, right? I like to just find random things. I found these two chicks. I'm not sure with them. I'm not really sure if I really like them, but I found them do a version of hold on. Can I pull it up? Should I pull it? All right. Well, anyhow, so I found a reason. It's called. I don't know what these chicks are doing. I don't know. I don't know if they're like lesbians or queer bait or something. I don't know, but they did a Carry on My Wayward Son. And I liked it. I just shared it, and then they did a song called Roses. I guess they left it out for Valentine's Day. Check it out. It's in a visualizer. The song is so cool. I was like, what a cool little song. It was a really cool song. Hi, Stevie. So check it out. Nobody likes me today. No drama. I'm talking about history, boringness. Did anybody learn anything? Put a 1 in the comments if you learned something new. And if you have any questions. Now, seriously, this is not easy. This is 6th grade history. You did? You learned? For real? Thanks. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for being here. Thanks, guys. I know. It's me. It's just me. I feel like there's major behind the scenes shit happening somewhere today. I don't know where it is, though. I don't know what direction it's coming from. My antennas are like, meep, 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 meep. Where's Kaz? Kaz, I ain't mad at you, girl. I just mess with you. About you being a plant. She's in all the lanes. She's the only one allowed to be in all the lanes. The White House was originally named after who is this? Yeah. Yeah, we got to do a part 2 with the Freemasons. We're not going to do that today. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. But it's fucking them. It is fucking them. It's them. They know the secrets. Bernice knows the secrets. Yeah, maybe we'll do. What the hell day is it? Friday? What day is it, everyone? Is it Friday? Maybe Sunday. Maybe Sunday we'll do. You're in your bed with your puppy. Whoever comes in, please hit the like button. Please. Please, darlings. Yeah, we'll do a part 2. Anybody comment, last comments, questions, or concerns? Thank you for being here. I know no one's going to be able to watch this replay. No one's going to be. It's too long for that. Bernice is full of it. Yeah. I want to quiz her on the Masons shit and see if she really knows. Who knows? The carpetbagger knows jack shit. You're welcome, Aspie. You're welcome, you guys. Take care. I think Odette's going live tomorrow for Valentine's Day. Maybe we'll talk about things. We don't know. I don't know. I'll watch her. Jackie. All right. Please smash the like, and I will see you guys later. Bye. Oh, shit. Yeah. Look out for me. I may have to cuss JT out later, but we don't know. We don't know. It may happen. If it does, it will be late for you guys anyway. I'll probably be screaming at myself. I probably shouldn't. I should just ignore the fucking shit. All right, you guys. Smash the like. Bye.